Hey, you! Yeah, you! I'm talking to you! You see the message right up above? That's exactly what this video is about. And let me tell you something. For the past, 6 years, I have dealt with a lot of haters. Lots of them. Probably more than you can imagine. And let me tell you something. I have made numerous videos about haters. And yeah, a lot of people can't handle haters, but unfortunately, that's life. And fortunately, I can handle them because I know exactly how to. It's called ignoring them. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. And maybe they should start, because it's about high fucking time that somebody comes out and just say this, because it's important. Okay, so yeah, maybe what I talk about doesn't necessarily appeal to the general public, or by, statistics, but I'm perfectly okay with that. And I know that a lot of people that watch me are perfectly okay with that as well, which, is awesome, because I talk about what I want. I don't talk about politics because it doesn't interest me. I don't talk about dieting because I really could give a fuck. And I don't talk about things that are necessarily popular or going on in the world, because some of it doesn't really faze me. I really don't give a shit. However, I do care about a lot of issues that are going on in this world, and I'd be open to discuss that with many of you publicly, like I have in the past. What I do talk about in here are a lot of different things. I talk about fashion, beauty, I talk about fucking relationships, I talk about a whole bunch of stuff that, might not necessarily appeal to everybody, but I know that it appeals to some, and mainly a huge majority of people who have the same ideals and thoughts as I do. And that's cool, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to talk to people who give a shit. And if you don't give a shit, you see there's a little arrow over this way? Just click on it. Because if you don't like what I'm talking about now, you're not going to fucking like what I'm going to say later on. And you know what? That's fine, because I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck if I'm not a size 2, and I don't give a fuck if I'm not supermodel quality. I like myself the way I am, and I don't have to subject myself or lower my standards to fit other people's needs and wants and desires, because I'm perfectly okay and fine and content and whatever other fucking word that goes along with happy. That's enough for me. And I'm sick of people being all like, oh, you're fucking dumb, you don't know what you're talking about, oh, drama. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. If I didn't, I wouldn't be on here saying shit that appeals to me. And I don't fucking care if you don't like it. Like I said, there's an arrow over there. Click it, and you'll be off my page. You won't see my face. You won't hear anything from me. And if you are a subscriber of mine that just really doesn't give a shit about me or what I have to say, you can fucking unsubscribe to me. You know that, right? Duh. Really, honestly, I've dealt with this for years. This shit doesn't even faze me anymore. I think it's funny when people say shit to me. They think it's so rude and so hurtful, it's gonna affect my life, hoping that I'll fucking hang myself in my closet like some dumb bitches have thoughts of doing. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna smile and go my merry fucking way, because that's how I roll. Okay? It's the same thing that I type about on my blog. I say the same shit. I tell people I don't give a fuck, because I don't. If I gave a shit about what you had to say about me, my weight, my life, my job like anybody would give a shit. I really don't care. I guess people really just don't get the hint that IDFK. I don't fucking know. But IDFC, I don't fucking care. I may be IDFK, but IDFC for sure. I'm sorry if you feel that what I do in my life doesn't appeal to you or is irrelevant to your life, but that's not what this is about. My channel is specifically about MOA. Okay? In case you haven't noticed. Just like everybody else's channel on YouTube is specifically about them. And I'm sorry. This is pathetic that people even give people like me the time of day to say shit. To say shit, people. What the fuck? Obviously, according to my calculations, you people don't have a life. And you know what? I view YouTube as like a small little town where everybody knows your name, your business, everything. And the reason why I know this is because I grew up in a small town. It's like the Miranda Lambert song, everybody dies famous in a small town. Everybody dies, unfortunately, not famous on YouTube or the internet in that general aspect. But YouTube is like a small little town where everybody knows your shit. And of course that would be the case because YouTube is pretty much public. I could make this video private, but what would the use of it be or the purpose for that matter? And in which that case it wouldn't even serve as a general purpose to anybody or to anything for that matter. But I put my videos out here publicly to let people know how I feel. I've been doing that since I was 15. I'm 21 now. That's 6 fucking years I've been doing this. And you can go ahead and say that I don't have a life or I never did. I do this because it's like my heroin. It's my drugs. I do this because I fucking can. And if you don't like that, you can go fuck yourself. And that's fine with me. You can go and hang yourself from a closet. I would give a shit. I really wouldn't. My life, my personal business, my family, my husband, my friends, they have nothing to do with any of this. In fact, I really rarely bring up a lot of my personal life in YouTube. When I do, I use it as a reference. And it kind of, helps me to help you understand where I'm coming from when I'm talking about certain things. But when you bring it up out of context and you sort of kind of throw it in my face, that's when shit really hits the fan. I get pissed off. But little girls, especially to YouTube, to them. Real good. Rape you with words. I don't give a shit if you don't find anything. value, like put see me. When you watch me, you get everything that I am. And if you can't accept that, get the fuck off my page. I don't care what you have to say to me. If you think that you're gonna affect me even the slightest bit, you are wrong. You are so fucking wrong that it's not even funny. You're so fucking wrong that it's retarded. And you can go ahead and say that I'm retarded or that I don't know what I'm talking about, but like I've said, I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I've known what I was talking about or what I've talked about in the past for fucking years. People really underestimate others. You can go ahead and underestimate me, but I'm gonna come back and fucking bitch slap you in the... Don't try and say I'm stupid because I'm not. So go fuck and handle that. Next time you even think about saying something to me, just remember, that shit don't faze me. I swear, some people just deserve a nice high five to the face. For those of you who have stood up to me or whatever, it's getting kind of late to discuss this shit, but for those of you who have stand behind me and been like, yeah, Josie, you're awesome. You go, girl. I appreciate that. I really do. But for those of you to make my life a hobby or some shit, because you obviously this an episode.